Hey everyone, MacCam89 here, and today we have a mystery unboxing for you. And today it is Loved Again Media, one of my favorite mystery boxes that I currently get. One of the two, the other one being Video Games Monthly, which I've already put out this month. That box was not so good, so I am hoping that this is going to be a great November box for Loved Again Media. Their boxes have been absolutely amazing. I've been loving pretty much every single box for the past at least 6 months or so from them. So hopefully this is no different, and we're going to jump right into this box here. All right, let's see. I usually get about 10 or 11 games from them. Sometimes they lately they've been throwing in an extra game. I think I pay for a ten pack, but they usually throw in an extra game for whatever reason. So, all right, without further ado, here is our first game. This is a really cool game. I do not own this physically. I do own the digital version of this game on the Xbox 360. So it is really cool to get a physical version. This seems to be in really good condition as well. And yeah, it is complete in box, which is awesome. And this is a game that I enjoyed back in the day. Kind of gives a little bit of Battlefield vibes. Plays on the themes of, kind of back in this time period. Um, there was that whole, oh, we're gonna run out of oil type of thing, and we kind of realized that that's not really the case anymore. And that's basically what it is. It's a story about nations running out of resources, and then the last three superpower. I think there's three superpowers, or maybe two superpowers left, and they're fighting over the last, bit of resources on the planet, and it plays very much like a Battlefield. Really cool game, especially if you're into shooters. This was exclusive to the Xbox as far as consoles goes. This was not made on the PlayStation 3. I do believe that they made a PC version, but I've never played that one. Only played the 360. Really cool to get, and this will be staying in the collection here. Frontlines, Fuel of War. Really cool to get. Beautiful condition as well. So really cool. All right, next up is another Xbox 360 title, and I have never played this game. I have heard of it, so it's pretty cool. Looks the box art is really cool looking. It kind of reminds me of kind of like a Diablo type game, I guess that style. And that is Sacred 3 on the Xbox 360. A little bit of a cracking on the case, but overall, very clean condition. And it too is also complete in box here. So really cool. Again, I've never played it, so I can't tell you anything about the storyline. Is it a good game? I don't even know. But we will find out together. Sacred 3, you'll see some gameplay footage. The box art is really cool. I do like the character design. There it is, a M-rated game as well. So Sacred 3. Let me know in the comment section below. Is that a cool game? I haven't personally played too many Diablo type games, so I don't have a fair opinion of that style of game. All right, and continuing with the Xbox 360 theme, this is a game that I own. This is a very good fighting game. I'm not huge into fighters, but I enjoy Mortal Kombat and other not I wouldn't say knockoff, but spin-offs made by that same team. And this is one of my favorite fighting games. I've beat it numerous times on the PS3. Uh, Nintendo Wii U, I believe I own it also, and that is Injustice: Gods Among Us, and very good fighting game. It is very much toned down as far as the gore and violence of your typical Mortal Kombat games, and it's understandable because you're using DC licensed characters here, and they probably don't want to see their IP be mutilated in that way. Although there are still fatalities and things like that in this game. Very good fighting game, especially if you kind of want to get away from, I guess, the Mortal Kombat characters and you have your favorite DC characters. Very cool storyline and very good game. It does feel a little bit on the lighter side, but that's actually typical for this time period, as manuals for a lot of later games ended up getting very, very cut. So it's basically like a sheet of paper as opposed to being a full-fledged manual. But this is a very good game. I would highly recommend this game. However, not this version. There is a gold version that includes all of the DLC characters, and it's on disc. So when I bought my PlayStation 3 version, I got that version so that you get all the DLC, extra, characters, maps, skins, whatever else comes with that paid DLC. You get it on the disc itself. So, I mean, if you end up getting this game, you can find it fairly cheap. It's fine, but I do recommend that complete version over the standard edition because it's not much more. I think I paid a couple bucks more, and you get all the DLC. Which, if you're on the PS3, you can still buy it, but you're gonna pay more, I think, for that DLC than if you just bought the complete package. And you can buy a used version of it because all the DLC itself is on the disc, so you don't have to worry about is it codes, is it gonna work, and things like. Nope, it's on the disc, and it's ready to go as soon as you boot up the game. So get that complete version instead. All right, and our next game is a PS3 title. I do own this one as well, so this is going to be another dupe. So far, two good ones and two dupes. All good games. These are so far every game that I've pulled. It seems to be a pretty good game, and this is BioShock Infinite. This is one that I get quite often in these boxes. So there obviously is a lot of copies of this game out in the thrift stores just hanging about. BioShock Infinite. I played the first BioShock, completed that one, played a few minutes of the second one, never completed that one, but um, I did enjoy my time with the BioShock games, and I know that these do very well as far as positive reviews and things like that. So I know it's a good game. It's just a matter of me getting back into playing the BioShock games and completing them. I've actually been kind of tempted to. They have a collection, kind of getting that maybe on the Switch or something and replaying it that way. But I do own every single version of BioShock on the PS3, so who knows? It's just I got to make time and get back to these games. I know my stepdad played this game. He enjoyed it. Again, I didn't, but if it plays like any of the other BioShock games, then you know that it's a good game. It's complete in box, by the way, but it is going to be in the dupe pile because I own it already physically. So, all right, and let's move on. We've got a what feels like another PS3 title, and it is. And this is a game that I do not have, so technically it's not a dupe. It's not a property. I've mentioned this a couple times because I've been getting a lot of this IP in my boxes lately, and this is Harry Potter Lego. So it'll probably stay in the collection just because I am a collector of PS3 games, so I do want to get everything on the PlayStation 3. It is complete in box. Other than that sticker in the front, it's in really good condition here. What can I say? Again, I'm not a fan of the Harry Potter IP. Doesn't mean that it's a bad game. Doesn't mean that it's even a bad IP. It's just not for me. It's not something that I ever liked. It never appealed to me. So it's not like, oh, this is a cool skin, so let me play it. Is it gonna be fun? Yeah, because it's a Lego game. The Lego games tend to be fun, especially if you can get a second player to play with you. They're always a good time. It's just the skin on this doesn't get me to say, oh yeah, let's play this version of Lego versus all the other, Jurassic Park versus Indiana Jones versus Batman and Marvel and all the other Lego IPs that they have out there. So not a bad game, and it's not a dupe, so that's a win in my book here. All right, and kind of wedged in here, so I'm gonna have to manhandle it out. All right, we got ourselves a PS2 title. Now I do own this because I got in one of my boxes. I got like a complete collection, but still pretty cool to get this. This is in a really good condition. It feels nice and heavy. It is complete in box. Even has the poster that comes with it. And this is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I remember this being a huge deal as a kid. My cousin got this game, and every time that I would go to his house, I'd watch him play this game. and it was always funny and a good time to play the game. I think it even has like a two-player mode too, so we would do that. I think it's very limited though what you could do with the two-player version, but yeah, it was still kind of cool to boot up a game like this and be able to do two players. And not much to really say about this version. We know that this is, you know, probably one of the Grand Theft Auto games that really kicked off the series. Along with Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. But this typically being one of the better ones in that PS2 era. There was just so much that you could do. Obviously, very dated. There is a newer collection out now that you can get for the newer consoles. Some debate whether that collection is worth it or not. I haven't played it, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, really cool to get. Grand Theft Auto, San Andreas. So far, like I said, every game that I've gotten has been good. But that is going to go in the dupe
Grove
pile.
Street.
So probably will end up selling that either on my eBay store or maybe trade it in for some store credit. All right, and we have another dupe here. This is a PS3 title, and I've been getting this game, I think, 3 out of my last 4 boxes, maybe. Very, very good game, and I've yet to test whether you can do LAN on this thing, so I don't know. It may be worth keeping, but at some point I got to set up a couple of PS3s and see if it can do LAN on this game. And that is Resistance: Fall of Man. I actually was playing this the other day with my son. We're doing the co-op campaign and having a lot of fun with that. This is a game that is in real need of a remake. I'm not asking for a remaster. I would love to see a full-on remake, uh, beautiful graphics, better sound design, better controls. I think the controls are kind of little wonky. The aiming isn't the best in this game, and yeah, I would love to see a full-on remake. I absolutely love the premise, the story, the idea behind the Resistance Fall of Man series, and would love to see this game make a comeback. This game is complete in box, seems to be in really great condition as well. So again, we'll get some gameplay footage. Even though these games are dupes, I still test them to make sure that what they are sending me are games that actually work. So as long as you're seeing gameplay footage, it means the game worked. So Resistance Fall of Man. I will say one thing. My backwards compatible PlayStation 3 is being repaired right now. I'm waiting for a piece to come in so I can fix it. So I have a jailbroken PlayStation 3 that can technically play PS2 games. So whatever PS2 games on here you may see footage, you may not. It may not be because the game doesn't work. It may be because I don't have a way to play PS2 games reliably at the moment until I get my backwards compatible PS3 fixed. Um, so with the jailbroken PS3, some games work, some games don't. Some games they glitch out and then don't work, so who knows? Uh, but I'll put a note up if it's for any of those reasons like that. All right, let's move on now. All right, we have a original Wii title here, and this is actually a really good one. This is a game that I actually gave away to Papa Bear Gaming. I don't know if he's gotten a chance to play it yet, but this is one of the best ways to play this game, and that is Resident Evil 4, the Wii edition. And I mean, there are so many ways to play this game. I think it even came out on iPhones at one point. I don't know if you can still buy it that way, but this game is everywhere. There's even the full-on remake that they made. So, but this is a really, really good version of the game. It works pretty well with the motion controls for the Wii. And this one is in really nice, clean condition here. And like I said, I ended up giving it away and did not have a spare copy. So I'm not going to count this as a dupe. So this will actually stay in the collection until I either decide to downsize my collection or whatever. But I do plan on keeping this one. It is really cool to get. It's just tough because I actually own the remake version and I've yet to play it. So it's just no time, to play everything. My backlog is so big. That's why I'm not worried about console gaming getting too expensive. Like, are you having all these YouTubers kind of freaking out about the next PlayStation and the Steam box and whatever Xbox is going to come out with a new toaster or whatever. Um, and it's going to be so expensive. And I'm like at the point where, you know what, if things get so expensive that I can't afford it, then my PS5 Pro it's going to last a long time. I've got such a backlog of games. Actually got my PS3 set up here. I've been playing my PS3 more often lately. Um, I've got such a backlog of games. I could probably get pretty close if I just sat down and played every backlog game. I could probably almost get to the end of my lifespan without buying a new game. So whatever. Things get so expensive, that's on those companies if they want to make that decision to make price gamers out of the market. It'll only end up biting them in the butt in the long run. But anyways, enough of that. Let me get back into this box. We do have a couple of games here left. All right, we have an Xbox 360 title. This is a very popular game. Um, I never really played it. It just never really appealed to me. It's a puzzle platformer type game. And this is Portal 2 on the Xbox 360. And again, I'm sure it's a fun game. I'm sure if I actually gave it a chance, it would probably end up being a game that I like. And it is two players too. Would probably be a game that me and my daughter would probably play together. She would probably like something like this. So it may be a game that I end up just giving it a shot. It just never like, being like a hardcore shooter type gamer, especially back in this day, it just never really appealed to me. And I know a lot of people love it, and deservedly so. I'm sure it's a great game. It just never really appealed to me. But Portal 2 on the Xbox 360, not a dupe. I didn't have it in the collection. All right, and we have a Wii title here. And this is Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots. Never heard of it. Who knows with this, especially being a Wii title. This is either a sleeper gem or it is a absolute shovelware. You never know. THQ, they have kind of a mixed reputation. Sometimes they make some good stuff. Sometimes they make some absolute garbage. Overall, decent company, I would say. But they did have a lot of licensed stuff. And usually that stuff didn't interfere as well. Is complete in box. We'll have to find out. I'll find out during the gameplay footage whether this is a game I would even like. But it's tough. Even if I end up liking this game, it's like there's so many games like this, and there's so many better games like this out and the games that we have. Like if I want to play a game that's very family friendly, there's so much Nintendo titles that I have that we would just much rather play those games than to take out something like this. And I know it's unfortunate to say that, but it's just the truth. Whatever limited time that I get to play with my family, um, they're probably gonna want to do something like a Mario Kart or Mario Party and stuff like that than something like this. So, Nicktoons Attack of the Toy Bots doesn't mean that it's a bad game or anything. It's just probably not a game that's gonna stay in the collection here, honestly. All right, and we're down to our last game here, and this is an original Xbox title, and this is cool. This is the pack-in title. I remember when my brother got his original Xbox. This was the pack-in title that came with the Xbox. It's the Sega GT 2002 and the Jet Set Radio Future bundle here, and it does seem like it may be. It's not complete in box. It is missing the manual, but it does have the disc. Not a terrible thing because I think I owned this game, but I think it was disc only. So kind of cool to get the actual case and cover for the game itself. Jet Set Radio is a classic. It's a game that I had fun with as a kid. I enjoyed it. Sega GT is a good racing game for the time. I don't know if it's a game that I would really care to play today. And Jet Set Radio, good to have in the collection. Always a fun time there. So that is everything. Um, for this box here. You let me know in the comment section below what was your favorite game in this box. I'm probably gonna go with Frontlines Fuels of War. I think that being the best console game that I got in this box here. You let me know what was your favorite for the month of November. Love the game media, and as always, a happy gaming and God bless everybody.